Hey, what's going on, guys? Hope you're all doing very, very well. Welcome to another SuperMayne video. Sorry about that. We are at the Austrian Grand Prix, the Red Bull Ring. As you can see at the minute, we are just deciding our tyre strategy. We're playing a medium length race. So we've got about 18 laps of the Austrian Grand Prix. We are online, we are playing crossplay, so there's multiple users. We had a one-shot qualifying lap, which I wasn't going to bore you with because I did absolutely terrible, and I did a 1 minute 8 second lap, which put me back in 15th, as you can see, with the fastest person clocking about a 1 minute 5 or something like that. So we are about 3 seconds off the leaders. As lights are out and away we go, so we are heading into turn 1, and I'm taking it a little bit cautious because, like always, there's lots of action in the first bend on any online Grand Prix race, and we have gone into a virtual safety car already, and there is all sorts of carnage, people braking all over the place. We had to give our position back straight away because we didn't know what was going on. We were just overshooting all sorts of people. So as I say, we are now under safety car action, and we've not even done a lap of the Austrian Grand Prix, and we've made up, or actually lost, more places than what we gained. So we started in 15th and we're now down 18th, but we're on the safety car lap. So we are coming down now into turn 4, and all the cars are single file. Hopefully the race will pan out. So I thought I'd, while we're in safety car mode, I thought I'd share this race, just more because the strategy that I ended up sort of doing in this race, or as we nearly have a bit of an accident, there's lots going on, and there's an accident under the safety car, which is what you never see. But yeah, say I share this race with you as it's an 18 lap race. I'll probably clip through the highlights, but it was an interesting race because it all boiled down to strategy. So it was interesting because I thought to myself, now do I go into the pits and grab the hard tyres and race through to the end, because you've got to do a pit stop, as most of you that follow Formula 1 know. If you're doing a longer race, you have to do a pit stop and you have to do a different set of tyres. So I decided to go mediums, go a bit long at first, and try and get the overcut on a few of these people and go into the softs later on. So obviously, as you can see, there's been a lot of carnage, so people have already gone into the pits now, and we've overcut a few of them. But as I say, I wasn't really sure what to do. It was so much going on at such an early stage in the race, and it took that long for the safety car to go in that it kind of made me a little bit undecisive as to how I wanted to play this race out. It was a bit of a strange one. I was sort of thinking, do I do it, do I not? Anyway, you can see behind me now there's a couple of people that have already gone onto the hard tyres, which was kind of making me think to myself, should I quickly nip in, get some hard tyres, knowing that the track's only short and that a 20-25 second pit stop is what usually would happen at this circuit, and I could potentially sort of, because my tyres will be up to speed, up to temperature, I could overcut these people. But I decided against it and just carried on. And I say, you can see now there's a few more people have gone into the pits, and we are now up to 10th place, keeping our medium tyres warm and up to temperature, and keeping them brakes up to temperature, and sort of just pushing on really, and trying to just sort of concentrate, because we know the start's coming. I'm not very good at restarts under safety car. I sometimes lose concentration quite easily. I'm trying to focus myself on the race and keep myself going, and then we go into the actual safety car, and I was a bit sort of like, what's going on? I'm not too sure about this. So I actually pressed the start button a couple of times, thinking I'd pressed the button and I'd gone into some form of
what's going on?
Broadcast mode, or I'd been kicked from the race. I wasn't really sure what was going on. So we've got the safety car moving on, going around the circuit. The Aston Martin, lovely safety car.
I've never seen this before. I have no idea what's going on.
And as I said in the actual recording, I've never seen this sort of footage for the safety car. I was a bit confused as what was happening, and anyway, it jumps to lap 3, and we're still going around under safety car conditions. So it was one hell of an accident. I think it was all the pieces of carbon fibre on the track. Once they get the track cleared up, I think we do another lap or so.
My days.
Under the safety car.
Boring.
I forgot I even mentioned that about how boring it was, and I honestly thought I'd done something, that I had pressed a button. I'd never seen this safety car mode before, so you can see me sort of like trying to work out what's going on. Yeah, the safety car was ended, and I was thinking, why is it ending? And I can't get control. But anyway, we jump back in, so we are now coming into the start of lap 4 or lap 5, and the safety car is going in. We have another safety car literally seconds after, and I am, you'll see in a moment, I absolutely, because of what was going on, lost all focus and absolutely ruined the start of my restart. As I say, we're sitting in 10th place, so we're sitting in a fairly good position, knowing that we can easily put in 1 minute 8 second laps and consistently do that, or between 1 minute 8, 1 minute 10, quite easy, maybe a bit quicker depending on the setup. I didn't actually put a setup, but as you see, I've spun the car and taken it off the track on turn 1. So we get ourselves back on the track, and we're now 1 position off of last, or we are last actually, because the 20th person has did not finish. So we now put ourselves in immense pressure, because I've got wing damage too. The car is a lot more difficult to control. So what I do now is I think to myself, I'm gonna change the downforce a little bit on the car, so I have a few clicks of downforce, and I actually put a set of hard tyres on. It took me a little while to change the differential settings as well. But this is a standard setup that I was using, so I didn't do anything. And then we've got another virtual safety car, which done me a massive favour. So a couple of clicks up on the downforce to give myself a bit more downforce. There's a couple more cars just crashed on turn 5 and 6, I think that is. And I say we think to myself, now now's the time. Let's just get in the pits, get a new front wing on, get some hard tyres on. We're bound to have another safety car. We're miles behind anyway, so if we can get them hard tyres up to a temperature, we can quite easily catch the pack up when they start pitting and stuff like that again. So might as well go and put some hards on. So that is what we do. They have what they call an optimal pit stop. Getting that wing on, changing the downforce, and away we go. So we haven't lost any more positions. We're still stone cold last, and because the safety car's out, it actually gives me a opportunity to put a bit of heat in these tyres and catch everybody up without losing a massive amount of track time. There is the safety car parts up on the right, so we shoot round everybody. I overshoot the corner on turn 3 because I forgot about the tyres being cold, and I changed the camera view, and this is what sort of spurred my post on Facebook earlier today. If anyone was looking at Facebook today, you would have seen that I asked a question about what camera views do you guys drive in, because I just felt that this race in particular, because of the elevation on the track, I sometimes miss my apex. Apex is a corner, should I say, and find myself going a lot slower. So I thought, I'm going to have a little test. I'm miles behind. I'm going to give myself a little tester and see how much difference it makes, and if I can recoup the time and have a little play about it, really. Hence the reason for my question earlier. This is the one thing I don't like about the virtual safety car and the safety car stuff. is that you get the delta come up, and sometimes the delta just disappears really quickly, and it's very frustrating as to what's going on. So you sort of lose sort of time, and it's honestly backing off the throttle and stuff like that. So as you can see, I've still not got the hard tyres up to temperature, and they're it's a little bit icy still, but we've got time. We've got plenty of time to catch up with the safety car. We're on lap 7 and we've hardly done any racing whatsoever. So we've got the grunge in front of us, and it actually looks like it's now the AI and the actual player has left the game. So we're going to be following him into the back of the safety car as we come round 7 and 8 and into 9, turn 9. These corners are quite fast corners, and you can generally take these about sort of 6th gear. This is definitely a 4th to 5th gear corner, and then you generally push down the straight into turn 1, and turn 1's about a 4th gear corner, something like that. Keep wide, clip that apex on the right, and then full on acceleration up via the non-existent turn 2 into turn 3. As I say, we've now caught the safety car, and quite surprisingly, quite a lot of the people in front of me, some of them still hadn't pitted for any tyres, or they had pitted but they'd still got onto another set of mediums, or no one had taken sort of the hard tyre option. And generally with these hard tyres in this game, if you can get them up to temperature, you can get them up to temperature and you can get them into the right zone. These hard tyres are actually quite good tyres, and you will get quite a lot out of them. As I say, I took a bit of time. I try to keep my distance back off a little bit, keep them warm, trying to keep as much temperature in the tyres as I can. It's something you need to. I've learned to sort of do control over time on this game. I'm not perfect. I was lucky there that car was actually AI and it was see-through, because I would have hit into the back of him there, and I probably would have damaged the front wing, and that would have been the end of my race. And I'll probably throw my toys out the pram. So away we go. We're under away again. As you see, somebody has already just gone into pits. I nearly done exactly what I did at the last safety car restart, which was oversteered in the corner, accelerated too hard. I had my ERS on as well, which I shouldn't have done. I've still got it on now, which is luckily I did not spin the car, because that is one way of spinning. And I think I do realise in a minute, after I've burnt out the whole lot of ERS through this lap, I didn't even notice I'd left it on. Proper schoolboy error. I think I wanted to gain a position or get position back on the track quite quickly, so I was trying to get past this car. In the end, I just drove straight through him. I was a bit fed up with waiting behind the AI. And as you see, the ERS has been used, and we've got no ERS for the rest of the lap. And then I think I realised, and I made sure it was switched off at the beginning of the next lap. So now, as you see, again, somebody else has now just pitted, and we're up to 14th with Nathan 16 and Jamalzi. Is that Jamalzi? Both on the mediums. Again, we've got another AI. We've got another accident in front of us as well. And I think I kind of backed off. I didn't. I overtook him like I always do. Not backing off. And then I lost another position. No. See, this is what I can't get. He just overtook me on the yellow flag, and made no difference whatsoever. I know it's the AI, but it's still quite frustrating that you end up in a position like that. As I say, we're now on lap 10, and it's quite surprising how quick the race has gone without really any action.
Okay, good work. Great pass.
So we're now back up to 13th position. We see another AI has gone into the pits. We pass Nathan 16 as well. Again, his AI, so he's quite lucky and just went through him rather than try and make the move. As you can see, the hard tyres now are starting to get warmed up and the grip is actually starting to appear in the car, and it does make a difference. We're now up to 9th position. Took me over braked again and just a bit too much, a bit too heavy braking too late, and then because the hard tyres have not got that sort of grip that the softs and the mediums have. We're lucky we keep it on the track, don't lose too much time. Then we start to chase down the player in 8th place, which is Mad Stingray 16. Again, missing the apex on turn 5, which is not ideal. Turn 6 into turn 7 and 8. These two, if you get them right, are really fast corners. Again, because I wasn't using the setup. And it does make a difference having the right setups in this. Down to 6th for turn 9 and then into turn 10 onto the start finish straight. As you see, the great Elmo in front of us, who actually had pitted again onto a set of mediums, is in front of us. And we've got another person out of the race just in front of us, the Cyclone, is it? And there's another one that's crashed as well, so there's obviously coming together. That puts us up into 7th place. As I say, it's all about keeping consistency in this game. If you can bang out a set of consistent laps at 108, 109, 110, especially on this track. If you're not I'm not an esports player, so I'm not going to be hitting the 104s, 105s that these guys hit out. I'm quite happy with my sort of lap times. But you just be consistent, and you'll slowly sort of pick people off and catch people up, because people make mistakes like I do, spin off the track or over accelerate out of a corner or something like that. It happens. You touch the curb at the wrong point, so it's just be consistent and just go at a pace that you're comfortable with. As you see, I'll start to get into a little bit of a rhythm and really do start to push. And we've got, what's that, Dave, someone behind us that's just put in another fastest lap. One of the things that I don't like is that sometimes you see the distance bars up to the corners disappear, and it's really difficult to mark your braking point. You've got to really judge it and make sure that your braking point is right, otherwise you're going to end up over braking or overshooting a corner or losing that bit of time. As I say, as I was on the hards, I knew I didn't have the setup that I would usually race on Austria in this game, so I kind of had to sit at a pace where I knew the car weren't going to be sliding around, it weren't going to be too difficult to control. As we've got Greg Zilla has just got a 10-second penalty just in front of us, so I'm not sure what's happened there. And we pass him on the right hand side. And then there's also someone just coming out of the pits. I'm not sure if that's a back marker. Looks like it's a back marker because we're still 7 seconds behind the Mad Stingray. So again, just missing the braking point, braking too hard, and
keep managing your tyres, manage your tyres.
Missing that apex, that turn is such an easy thing to do at that corner. It's such a difficult corner to judge and know when to brake, not brake too hard. And then coming into turn 4 and turn 5, that is turn 5, believe it or not, into turn 6. I think we slowly started to pull in that back marker. It took us a couple of laps. So the player was obviously pushing fairly hard. As you see, Mark Rudd behind us is gone to the softs and he is absolutely flying along. I say, the thing I like about this at the minute, especially with the crossplay being active, the online lobbies have been absolutely full, so every race that you've sort of been in has had 15 to 20 people in some instances, and starting the race at the beginning is quite good fun. It's chaotic, it's mad, it's quite interesting, and you find out sort of what platforms are faster than others, and it's been really, really good. And I'm hoping that EA get it, or EA Codemasters get it back online pretty quickly, because it's something that's definitely needed in this game. Someone like myself who plays on PC, that the PC lobbies sometimes drop away towards sort of mid to back end of this game release, so you need other players to play against, and there are a hardcore set of players that do play this game, like myself, all year round. And I enjoy it. I enjoy the content. I enjoy what it brings. There's no race is ever the same, because you're always learning. You're always finding quicker ways to get around the track. As I say, I just thought I'd do a little tester in this one and jump to the pod view that I use, and I do feel a little bit quicker, but I feel more consistent when I'm in the cockpit. And I prefer the thing I like about the cockpit is it gives you a real view of the race, and you sort of understand what the drivers are looking at and how they're thinking, how they're driving, and with the halo in front of you as well. It's very tricky at times to pick your braking point and turn into your corners, and I found that out the other day on the French Grand Prix that I did online, again on a crossplay. I didn't record that, unfortunately, and I was missing all my turning points, missing my braking points, and a track that I do quite well on pod view, I was 3-4 seconds off my pace. Maybe it's just because I've got to get used to it a little bit more. As I say, we're into lap 16 now, so it's been a really quick race. Not massive amounts going on, but I'm up to P5. I'm holding sort of Mark Rudd, who's on the softs behind me, at 4 seconds. So he's not really gaining on me, which is not a massive issue. And we're nowhere near catching the Mad Stingray. It sounds we're now into lap 17, the last 2 laps of the race, and we missed the turning point again. As you see, the turning point's just off. We got Mark Rudd sort of under the 4 seconds now. But he sometimes just got to just sort of not think about what's going on behind you and what the person's doing behind you. And if they catch you, they catch you. And that's one of the big things I'm kind of trying to teach myself is don't worry about what's going on behind you. Don't worry about the person catching you up. Drive your own race. Hit your lines. Hit your apexes. Hit your braking zones. And generally, the lap will come together. As I say, that Mark Rudd has now gone to 3 seconds. But we are a little bit quicker than him in that last sector of the track, because it's jumped back up to 3 seconds. And we are now heading into the last lap of the race. We have got a Mad Stingray in front of us. And we've got an incident in front of us. I don't remember this. There's the carbon on the track there, as you can see. And we've got a yellow flag. Yellow flag in front of us. What is that? And we've got... Is that the 4th place? It's the 4th place, man. And he looks like he's left the game as well. And he's got a 3-second penalty. I didn't even remember doing that. So we're up to 4th. And then we're coming into the last sort of few bends now, 7 and 8. Mark Rudd has got under 2 seconds, but we've got plenty of time. Plenty of time. We've just got to nail these last 2 corners, which I think we do quite easily. Into turn 4, and then into the home finish straight.
Oh, that was an eventful race.
And that's, as I said, that was an eventful race at the beginning. Bit boring towards the end, but the strategy actually really paid off, and that was what I was really sharing this video for. It was more towards
Not
the fact that I
was intending, but
the strategy I decided on in the end actually paid off and got me up to 4th position. So Hope you like that video. Hope you like that sort of content. This will be uploaded onto the Facebook and my YouTube channel. Don't forget to hit that like button, hit that reaction button, hit that thumbs up.
Just to see what,
subscribe maybe, or follow. Much appreciated. Thanks for watching, guys. Thanks for taking the time to watch, and hopefully you got a bit of a knowledge into how I think when I'm doing these races. And let me know your favourite view, whether it's pod or cockpit.
I'm fourth again as well.
Thanks very much. I'll see you in the next one. Bye for now.